we are going to do, we are going to perform authentication such as login, register and logout in the Appwrite using Appwrite. So what you have to do, you have to jump back to the Xcode. Let's create a new project and let's do it. So I've created a new template of the project. I need application. Next, Appwrite login. I want it to be authentication, auth Appwrite. Let's say auth Appwrite. Auth Appwrite. Let's give it this name. Auth Appwrite. Create next and create wherever you want. Just create it. Let's give it some time. Let's give it like 3 to 4 seconds to load it completely in our emulator, or let's say the simulator, whatever you say. So okay, so now it is loaded. That's perfectly good. Now what we have to do, we have to add some dependencies to our project. Go to the project, package dependencies plus, and what you have to do right now, because I have recently used Appwrite in my project, so that is the reason why I'm getting the SDK for Apple. But in your scenario there are very less chances, or if you have not used Appwrite recently, what you have to do, you have to search or enter the package URL. How will you get the package URL? Go to the Appwrite, start with Appwrite, and here in your package URL section, enter the HTTP to SDK for Apple. Just paste it here, so you will be able to find that. Click on this, add package, and just give it some time. Let's say it depends on your internet connectivity, but that will not take more time. It will automatically fetch the package, and click on add package. Just give it some time, it will run it. Okay, that's perfect. Now what we have to do, we have to create info.plist, and in that info.plist, what we have to do, we have to add some information. So if you go here, right here, see, when the dependency resolution complete, as click on add package again and add to SDK package for target. Okay, let's see what it says. Add package, where it says target or something. Yep, we have added. In order to create OAuth sessions, the following URL scheme must be added in your info.plist file. But right now let's see what's going to happen. So if we go to the content view, give it some time, let it load. Yep, processing file, do process, and it should show hello world, because we just have added the package. We have not added any other things. We have not done anything else. Now let's see, where is our info.plist file. Think I got the problem. There is no info.plist file there. So now what we have to do, we have to add a plist file. How I added this plist file is quite a tedious process. Let me tell you how I did it. So you can create it by yourself, like info.plist, but it will not work. It did not work when I tried using this, but it did not work. So how to add the plist file as well? So go to the auth Appwrite, go to the info, and here at the launch screen, UI launch, just click add. It will create info.plist file automatically, and after that just click on minus, and it will automatically delete that. Like now the good part is that our plist file is ready. Boom. So now what we have to do, we have to add the OAuth list, the OAuth thing, into this. So now what we have to do, click enter, and here I need this text. So I need text, and here I need a key. So how I do, I just click copy and paste this, and that's it. Now instead of project ID, I'll go to Safari, click on project ID, and just copy and paste this thing. Now let's open as property list. It should open up now. That's good. Go to the content view, give it some time. If there is some problem with the info.plist file, then it will not get loaded, and if there is no problem with the plist file, then it will load the content. So now there is no problem with our plist file, hence our content view is loading. Give it some time. Till then, what I'll do, I'll just create a new folder which says model. Okay, since it's loading, what we will do, we will add the platform here, Apple app, and here how do you find those things? Go to the general section. You will be able to find the auth Appwrite, and here we will have testing.auth Appwrite. testing.auth Appwrite. Next, we have already done those. Okay, we have already done those things. Those steps we have already done. So now let's click on next, and go to dashboard. Now give it some time, it should load itself. Okay, so welcome back. Actually, the thing is that there was some problem with my inbuilt thing. So what I did, I just run an emulator, and we are going to test it there. So now what we are going to do, we are going to create models, we are going to create multiple things. For an example, let's say model and Appwrite logics. So what I'm going to do, I'll as create a new empty file, Appwrite.swift. Here we will import foundation, import the Appwrite, import the JSON codable. Now we'll have Appwrite class. In that Appwrite class, we'll have a client, client. We have account. We will have a function which will initialize those things. So we'll have public init self dot client. We will have an instance of client, and here I'll have a set the endpoint https://cloud.appwrite.very-good and set project, and here we will have our project ID. This. Okay, before moving further, let's put it one thing. Self dot account is equals to account and client. That's it. The Appwrite now will have a function which will help us for login and sign up. The public function on register simply means we are registering, and in that I'm gonna need an email. I'll need an email which will of type string. I need a password which is of string. That's it, and it will be an asynchronous, and it will return a boolean value. And now I'll need a do things. Let's say if it catch any error, it's like trying catch, so it will print error. Let's say whatever error it is facing, and it will return false. Means it will return like the particular thing which you wanted to achieve is not able to do. Now let's write the logic for the registering itself. So let this is equals to try await account dot create. Now create required user ID. It will be id dot unique. Email will be the email, and password will be the password. That's it. That is how we will do the register thing. And yep, and it will return true. Whenever it happens, it will return true. Like means it the whatever you are trying to do, it happens successfully. Now let's do it for the login thing. So what I'm going to do, I'll just copy and simply paste this thing, and rather than of saying on register, I'll say on login. I'm gonna need email and password. Rather than writing create, I'll say create email password session. In that we do not need email, we do not need ID, we need only email and password. That's it. That's so simple. Now let's do it for the on login. On logout, sorry, public function on logout. Okay, on logout. Wait a second. It will have asynchronous throws, throws. Try await account dot delete session. It will have a session ID will be which is of current, means current session. It will delete. So now the logic part of the Appwrite is completely done. Now let's create a model. Model simply means that how the data will be stored. So it will have an empty file which says view model. That's it, view model.swift. It is a very simple import foundation class. It will have a class, sorry, view model. It will be of observable object and published, where email of type string, the initial value be the empty string simply, and password. That's it. That is what we need for the backend part. Means the logic part is completely done. Now let's move further with the content view. Now in the content view, what we are going to need, we are going to let's start with the content view, but before that, let's create another view which says second view. Let's say new empty file, second view dot SwiftUI. What second view will do is, like, whenever we click a button, it should pop out to another view. So rather than creating something like this, what I'll do, I'll create, move to trash, new file from template, SwiftUI file, and next second view, and create. Like, I need that boilerplate, that's why I need. Okay, so here what I need, I'll need let Appwrite, I need the instance of Appwrite is equals to Appwrite. First we need Appwrite. Now the thing is, and we need a text right now. Like, why I'm getting a text is because, let's say we have only one view. How we would know that it is a login or sign up? Because we are going to say successfully login or register successfully, and in the logout we'll just log out. So at here, so I'll get text from the content view, which we will pass to the second view, and will show that particular text. So the second view right now will say text is equals to, let's say hello, something like this. Okay, it will be a string. Yeah. So now one more thing, what we want, whenever we click on logout, this second page should not be in the memory at all. Like, we should not be able to get back to this particular page. How to do it? We will have environment / presentation mode var presentation mode. That's it. That's one thing. And now let's get back to the style. So we need a vstack. Vstack simply means vertically stack. Now we are going to stack those things vertically. So before moving further, let me tell you what a vstack, hstack, and zstack is. So I think I need wait a second, let's open Chrome because I have a bookmark there. Yep, Excel drop, I forget it. So vertical stack simply means that the item which we place will be of vertical things, means top to down. Now hstack means horizontal stack, which simply means, let's say if I put text here, and if I wanted to put another text, it will be of horizontal. It kind of a row and column. Remember it like row and column. Hstack, horizontal stack, means row. Vstack, vertical stack, means column. Now there is another term called zstack. Zstack simply means whenever we wanted to overlap one thing above another, that is when we use zstack. Right now we only need vstack, so right now we are going to need vstack only. Go to the Xcode, vertical stack, and it will have a text which says /text, whatever we get from the another screen, which will pass right here, successfully, yep, not logged in, successfully register, successfully, yep. And now we will have a button which says logout, because we need a button which helps us to log out. Now let's do this. And I need something called navigation bar back button hidden true. Yeah, what it does is, whenever I go from one screen to another screen, it simply tell by default it simply have a back here, but we do not want to have the back here. We want it to log out by the button, because let's say if it goes the back here, it stack that particular stack this particular view, and whenever I press back, it will pop out and pop out. Then there will be no sense of a login things. If the user is able to get back to the logout page, which is the second view, then there is no sense of making that second view if the user is able to get back here. So that is the reason why we need the hidden things, like we do not want it to show. So let's create a button. It will have an action to do. Yep, action. Action simply means whatever task you wanted to perform. I want him to give a task. Let's say a do try await Appwrite .logout on logout. That's it. That's this thing which we wanted to do. And now if it implemented it successfully, wrapped value dot dismiss, whatever it is value simply means go back to the previous view. And if it catch any problem, catch, let's say might be some issue with some caching or whatever we don't know, it will print this thing, failed to logout, error and localized description. And I think it has something called label as well. Label simply means what we wanted to show at the text. Label, it will have a text, not this text dot logout, and I want padding. Yep, that's it for our second view. Expected a separator. Why you need a separator? Yep, you need a separator. So that's it for the second view. It will when we run the application, we will see what it will do. Now go to the content view. Let's in the content view, what we wanted to we wanted to show them a text field, email and password, and two buttons, login and sign up. So I need a view model first. Like we wanted to fetch, get the send the data. So I'll have an observable object var view model is equals to view model. That's it. That's quite simple. Now I need an instance of Appwrite is equals to Appwrite. Yep, I need that instance. And I need let register is equals to register, because we wanted to give the text from one screen to another screen. That's why we need to write register again. So I need login. Now I need something which can easily dynamic. So I'll say state private var common text is equals to, let's say hello something, because it will update state. So state private var show alert is equals to false. Like what I want, let's say the user does not fill its information. Let's say the field of email and password is empty. Now we wanted to show alert, so that's why I have added a show alert thing. And let's say state private var show alert message is equals to the string. Let's say not this, I have to write this up. And I need that if the login is successfully, then it will do this job. Like I need this thing, state private var false. Right now it's false. If it is true, then it should logged in. So yeah. Now what we need, let's implement Z stack as well. Now I do not want this V stack. Let's add Z stack. Now in the Z stack, before that I need to give a navigation view. Like the only reason why I'm giving the navigation view, because it will help me to navigate from one screen to another screen. So I need a Z stack here. Z stack will have a color which will be of black. Like you can give it yellow, white, whatever you want. And here I'll have a V stack which will have a text field. We will write email, and text will be $view model dot email. Whatever the user writes there, it will automatically get stored in the view model dot email, and we will prompt the user the text to write enter email. And let's add some padding here. And there is one field for the text for the what's it's the problem. vstack get completed here. Okay, so one more thing is remaining. Okay, I'll just give it a word. Yep, one semicolon was not there. I don't know why. So this is for the text field. Now let's do one thing. Let's run it and let's see how it does look here. So there is one thing which is inbuilt in the Apple ecosystem, which is called secure field as well for the password. So I'll write secure field. I'll just copy it and paste it here. Rather than having text field, I'll have secure field, and rather than having email, I'll say enter password. Enter password. Prompt will be enter the password, and that's it. And rather than having email, I'll have a password here. That's it. So it will store the password using this. Now let's have buttons which do its job. See, we have a enter email here. You can click right here and you can start writing your email. Now before that, let's start with the button thing. So I'll have a button which will do action. Action they will do is they will do a task. Yes, task. What their task is. If view model dot email dot is empty, simply means that if the view model dot email which we write is empty, means it will empty, then it will show a prompt. Or view model dot password dot is empty, then show an alert message equal to please enter both email and password, and show alert will be true. That's it. And if it is not the case, then let value is equals to try await Appwrite dot on register, means we are going to register now, view model dot email and view model dot password, like we will pass those things. Now because it will return a boolean value, so if the value whatever we found, then common text will be registered, means it get registered successfully, text, and is login successfully is true. Else show the problem that alert message invalid credentials, and show the alert true. Now whatever we write it here, let's do one thing. Let's let's test this thing. Before that, we have to add some labels, because label is quite important. Label text register, registr register, and there is one thing which we have to add is called alert, which is presented. Okay, just give it a moment. Just if there is some alert, then it will show an alert. Alert will have title, text, incomplete information. let's say this. Message will be text, alert message, and alert button will have dot default I think so. Yep, there is called default text. It says okay. That's it. Now let's see what's the problem here. Okay, what alert is? There should be alert message, not alert, sorry. Alert message will be invalid credentials. Now let's test this thing. Now let it replace. Go to the Safari and let's see console auth. One user is already being created. I can delete it, but let's not delete it, and let's see. Okay, let it load. Since it is loading, there would be no navigation here. So what we have to do to perform the navigation thing, we have to add something called navigation link as well. So to do that, what I have to do, see, we have a register thing, but if I click on register, it will give me a prompt which will say invalid credentials, means incomplete information. So right now, let's say even if I add the emails and other thing, it will not go to the next screen. For that, what we have to do, we have to add a navigation link first. So here a navigation link. In the navigation link, we need a destination. Destination will be our second display, second view, and presentation. Okay, wait. Yep, second view, which will have a text called common text. And now at the label, I need empty view, because we do not want it to show the whatever we have. We do not want it to show this navigation link. Label which will have an empty view and is active. There is something called is active, I think so. Yep, there is empty view like this. Is active, and it would be dollar is login successful. If it is get successful, then it will get active. It will not get successful, then it will not get active. So I think so I have to add some padding here and ignore the safe area as well. Just give me a moment. It will ignore the safe area and it will have padding here. Let's do one thing. Let's create our login view as well. Control C, and I'll give it some spacing. Now rather than having this, I'll have on login, and I think that is it. That is the things which we are going to need. Let's check it thoroughly. Alert message. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see if there is some problem. We will fix it out right now. Okay, I got it. I forget to change the label. Label will be login. Sorry about it. And let's run it again. Okay, that's good. Now let's enter our email. Like right now, I have only added if it is empty or not. You can also write multiple things like this. You can add regex or anything else. Right now, I'll say random. Let's say random1@gmail.com. Password I will not. So, and now I clicked on register. Just give it a moment. My emulator is slow. See, it says register successfully. Now to the Appwrite and refresh it. It will refresh. Our new account has been created. So yeah, that's it for today. The whole code will be available to you at my GitHub. The GitHub link is in description right now. And that's it for today. If you have any doubt so far, do let me know in the comment section. or you can reach me out at my socials, my Twitter or LinkedIn. And yeah, see ya, keep learning, keep exploring. We will see you in the next video, and next video will be on Flutter.